Yeah. He just looking some golf.
That's right. All right, Marshall. I love you. Grayson, I love you. I've got too many stories to tell that will be funny and entertaining. But I remember meeting you. I was on the floor. I was sleeping on y'all's floor. My freshman year, I ended up living on the floor of these guys' dorm room. I don't know what stuff we won't get into it, but I met this guy and he changed my life. Became one of my best friends, and I met Grayson as well. And it was a special moment. You really, your enthusiasm and everything that you bring to life really changed my life. I'm so excited for y'all, and I cannot wait to be part of y'all's wedding tomorrow and be part of y'all's life for the rest of y'all's life. I hope that's 18.
All right, can everybody hear me? Hey, so I know Marshall is going to want to get me to get a chant going here after this, but I gotta put Marshall on the spot here real quick, because when he proposed to Grayson, I remember I got a call that day, and he gives me a call, and I hear Grayson in the background, and they're laughing, and it's like, I could tell he walked into the other room, and he's talking to me, and he goes, "Man, Jack, I don't know what happened. When I got down on a knee, I started shaking, I started crying, and we can all hope to have something like that for someone as special as Grayson." So, Marshall's been one of my best friends. Rob and I, we joke about it, and we get laughed at because Atlanta people wear tall white socks, tennis shoes, and Braves t-shirts. And first time we ever met Marshall, he was wearing that, and we're a couple of Atlanta kids, and we said he'd fit right in. So, no, we wish Marshall and Grayson the best. I spent a whole summer sharing the same bed with Marshall, so Grayson, you're in for a treat. We wish you all the best, and Miss Malchow, when I call him and leave him voicemails, he calls me back and says, "Jack, you and my mom leave me voicemails, and it ticks me off." So, but hey, cheers to the two of y'all.
Like Jack said, I'm from Atlanta, and I've known Marshall for probably 6 years or so. And actually, Marshall's dad and my dad go back way further than Marshall and I go back from their days in Athens as SAEs together. That's actually the first time I met Marshall was actually in Atlanta at a baseball game. My dad drug me along out to Oglethorpe University when Marshall was in town with the Kiwanis. I had no idea who you were playing, but my dad was like, "All right, Rob, you're gonna come out. You're gonna go meet one of my college buddies' sons." And I was, probably a junior in high school. I was like, "All right, Dad, whatever. I'll go out there." So little did I know, I watched Marshall play baseball, and I met him after the game. And little did I know that he'd be a really good friend of mine for the rest of my life, hopefully. And two things about Marshall: I've never met anybody who loves, first of all, his girlfriend, now his fiance, more than he does, and also his job. As everybody knows, Marshall works out at University of Washington, and all us young guys try to say how much we love our jobs, and half the time it's a bunch of BS. But Marshall truly loves his job, and I know he truly loves Grayson too. So, and a little quick thing about Grayson: I met Grayson probably freshman year in Tuscaloosa, but Grayson and I share the same birthday. So. Cheers to Marshall and Grayson, and many more birthdays, and with Grayson and I, and happy marriage. So cheers.
My name is Lee Knox. I am from an Augusta native, Hillcrest Avenue. Marshall and I grew up together. We snuck out of the house together. We told each other we were leaving our families together. You remember? We ran away together, that's true. No, Marshall and I grew up together. We're sports fanatics together. We played every sport together. Jefferson, my brother, Lee, Marshall, John Douglas, all the Douglases. We all grew up on Hillcrest Avenue, Holland. No. Marshall and I have been good buddies ever since we came out of the womb. And I got some, one story I want to share about Marshall. It's fun. Freshman year of Alabama, Alabama started getting good at football. And we made it to the SEC championship. Played the University of Florida. And we lost, but the good thing was that Athens wasn't too far away from Atlanta. And but we lost, but I think the KAs had a pretty good party that night at Georgia, UGA, so we ended up going to Athens after the loss. We were a little mad, but that's all right. Everybody hates the Gators. But there was a band that was playing called the Big Naked. Bignekid. And there's two phases of Marshall. There's sober, hardworking, fun-loving, and then there's blackout, throwing. But needless to say, he woke up at the KA couch with Big Naked stickers all over his face. Wondering who threw up was all over him. Love you, Marsh. Love you, Grayson. I'm excited for the future.
What a great night, right? What a great night. My name is Rainer Bowles, and I'm one of Marshall's buddies from college. Everybody before Lee Knox has said such great, wonderful things about Marshall and Grayson. And Miss Jana, Mr. Brady, they've all kind of warned us today, you know, there's going to be grandparents around, there's going to be aunts and uncles. Be careful about what you say. Be careful about what you say. I'm going to be that guy. First of all, Mr. and Miss Malchow, what a wonderful night. This is beautiful. And Mr. and Miss Walker, we can't wait for a great weekend. But bless your hearts too, because Grayson, who I love so dearly, this is the girl who, when she turned 16, she asked for a white car with a sunroof and leather seats. And being the great father that Dan Walker was, provided her all of that. And when she saw it, she cried because it wasn't what she wanted. So, Marshall, I love you. That's what you got to deal with. And back to the Malchows. The Malchows have welcomed me with open arms from the moment I stepped onto the scene. I can never be more grateful and thankful for that. But this is the Marshall who invited me to come to Augusta for the 4th of July. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's time to leave. And there's no Marshall. And I called Marshall for an hour, probably 25 times. So I backtrack. I drive an hour west, and Marshall's locked up in a room with his phone off. He's been asleep for 6 hours because he's been working so hard. So I drive an hour out of my way, pick Marshall up, get in the car, then we drive 6 hours to Augusta, Georgia for a wonderful weekend with the Malchows. So Grayson, this is what you have to deal with. To the both of you and to all of your families, what a wonderful weekend. We are so excited. We all love y'all so much, and thank you for everything.